How you doing this afternoon, folks? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you all for coming on. If you really need a devotion to help you to get through your week, I got you. And hopefully, it's going to bless you as well. Psalm 2, verses 5 through 6 says, He rebukes them in his anger and terrifies them in his wrath, saying, I have installed my king on Zion, my holy hill. It is quite possible that at some time in the past you have looked at a completely chaotic situation and said to yourself, when will this ever come to an end? It might even sometimes seem to you that God has completely forgotten about the whole situation here on earth, or that he is powerless to do anything about it. It becomes very difficult to trust God in the midst of circumstances that border on chaos. The writer of Psalm 2 quite possibly intended it to be a coronation psalm for the king. People used to believe that the monarch was very close to God and that God had appointed him to his position. In the face of all the enemies who were determined to prevent the king from ascending to his throne and taking authority, God still placed him there, and he was still God's loyal servant or son. In this way, God thwarts all evil plans. No matter what they do, ultimately, God says to them, thus far and no further. Christians ought to understand and welcome the judgment of God. It is the final intervention that he makes into all the chaos, strife, confusion, anarchy, and foolishness. When God takes authority over an evil situation, no matter how painful his intervention might be, it opens the way for healing, light, and restoration. Most holy God, confirm your singular rule in our chaotic world today. Amen. And that right there is your devotion, folks. Have a wonderful and a blessed day. God bless.